for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. 7 yards the pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And this one out quickly to James. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete, and all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught by Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and through. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And a Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
2nd down and 7. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. And here's a handoff out of the gun. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, this from 53. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Second and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, look at the juke. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A.J. Epinesa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen going deep for Diggs. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now it's Jackson. James has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Allen off the play fake. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. The point after is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's James.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner, and in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games.
J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Jackson. Out to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Barkley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Shoves him away. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has...
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Allen to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 76 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Rolling to his right. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know